3 years ago, when I started day trading, I had a clear path in head, which was 2 years to learn and a third year to go all in and really give it a shot. And then it was sort of my benchmark to reassess and see if after 3 years it was finally possible or not. And today, 3 years later, I'm still trying to figure it out. I wanted to record this video on a bright sunny day, and today it's just gray and cold. And it's a little bit like trading. You come in with expectations and it just doesn't go the way you want it to go. You think you know how it's going to look like, and reality just shows up and smacks you in the face. So I closed on 3 years of trading, but I also just recently closed on 7 months of constant losses, just red week after red week. And that just came after I was finally feeling like I was starting to figure it out and then starting to be slightly profitable. And it was pretty brutal, honestly. But this is why I started to make these videos, to really show to people how it is to be a trader. And it's like so far from what you get portrayed online by all these people that are trying to teach it to you and tell you that you can trade from your phone anywhere, at the beach, at the restaurant. I'm not here to sell you trading as some magical thing to do. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy. My goal is to be the voice of truth around this whole industry, because most of the people only talk about the destination and not the journey. So I'm documenting what I'm doing, not after I've made it, but the process. This is not me selling here, this is where I am, this is what I achieved. This is not where I wanted to be. I've had long drawdowns, I've questioned everything, I've gone back to work, but I still kept going. And to go back to the last 7 months, it looked a lot like questioning my trade management, questioning my decisions in life, questioning my edge. And there's plenty of time where I was wondering if it was all worth it, because you'd expect a bit more results after all this time and not go through those like hard phases. The thing is, what's interesting in that happened during that period is I actually refined my models, refined my entries, refined my exit. I've cut out on my trading windows. I've actually been more relaxed in my approach. I've backtested a lot of data, past trades, changes I've done on my edge. And I went back to work as well to find some stability. This was actually difficult because I come from a high paying job with a lot of hours. This is what I went through my first 2 years of trading. So I didn't have that much time to trade, but I was having the capital to be able to trade my own money. I never used prop firms before. And I did actually waste a lot of money in trading and lost a fair bit, but I didn't have that much time to learn. And then in my third year, when I quit work to focus on trading, live off my savings, not of trading, this is where I went through the most growth, because that's what I was doing every day, every hour of the day and every day of the week. So while the result hasn't fully shown up yet, but I know that I'm more dialed than any time before. Something I've realized over the last 3 years is that you have to be willing to go through those tough periods. You have to be willing to suck at it for a long time. You have to be ready to see everybody around you doubt you and question what are you doing, and if you're even going to go somewhere at some point. It's not really motivating on your side because you actually think all this as well. It's just comforting all those doubts you have. But I've always been realistic. I know that 3 years is nothing. A lot of traders take 5-6 years or more. But looking back now, it feels short. 3 years feel very short, but I've achieved a lot. And when you're at the beginning of your trading journey, if you say that in 3 years you might still not succeed, it feels like eternity. The stage I am now is that my edge is pretty clean. I don't have to backtest anymore. I'm not searching for a new strategy. I'm not spending countless hours backtesting. I'm not trying to find the missing pieces. It's just like small refinements. But basically I show up, I wait for my edge, I try to execute, and everything outside of that, research-wise, is just refining the little details. And my 3 years might not look like your 3 years. It would be completely different financial situation, work situation. You might have a family, you might have, a lot of things going on. And I actually find it hard for people that have a full-time job to be trading on the side. Because now the new job I have is part-time, so I work for a full week and then I have a full week off. So it's perfect balance for me to go half work and constant income with half my time fully focused on trading. And I'm still exhausted. It's still crazy hours, crazy amount of work that I have to put in after my long days. This is what I'm thinking about day in and day out, from the morning to the night, and then I'll still have ideas when I go to bed and put it in my notes. So it's full dedication to the craft to think that you have a chance at mastering it one day. Is trading possible? I still can't tell. I'm pretty confident that I will succeed, and that's why I'm still pushing harder, and that I want to document this journey to show what it takes and if it's going to end up working out. Honestly, feel closer than ever, just a little tweaks here and there, and I'm willing to spend another year or two still refining before I can find profitability. The thing that's hard with the trading industry is it's really hard to find someone in real life that's made it, that is doing it, that is putting money constantly from the market. And even online, there's a lot of fake people out there. There's a lot of fake results. People selling you courses, people selling you Discord groups, and not many people have proven data showing all their trades and that they can back up with real evidence. So it's a really difficult industry to navigate. That it's very hard doesn't mean that it's unrealistic, but it helps when you have people around you that have made it. And without those people, even just without people to talk about it, I have one friend, a couple others that are quickly dabbling into it, but it's very difficult to talk about all those struggles and share your mindset and ideas. One funny thing is that trading doesn't even fit my personality that much. I'm a very math person. I like computers, but I love being outside, outdoors, and enjoying simple things in life. I've always worked in the trade industry. The work I'm doing now is outdoors as well. I'm a very manual person, so sitting for hours in front of a laptop and crunching my mind is something difficult sometimes, but I still do enjoy a lot. And that's why I wanted to film this outside today, because this is who I am. I'm not chasing Lambos and watches and luxury life. All I want is to be able to replace my income and travel. I don't need much to live. The only thing I need is being able to be in those places, go see my family overseas, and just have a bit of more freedom. The materialistic thing and crazy amounts of money are not a goal for me. If they come, for sure, better. All I'm looking for is that freedom. The biggest mistake I made in my early days is throwing so much money because I was earning that so much at the market. It's something I do not advise. Do not do this because it's going to crush your motivation completely. And I honestly think that prop firms now is something magical, if I can use the term, but you can, for a little fee, practice and then trade for months without burning capital. And eventually the question becomes, when do you quit? You know, what if in a year, in 2 years, it's going to be 5 years trading, I still don't find success? Where do you stop? What's the limit you have to put on yourself? Because you don't want to spend your whole life chasing a dream that is unattainable. And I've put aside a lot of things in my life, all the hobbies that I was doing before, all the traveling. I had a pretty easy life before, and sometimes when I'm going through a hard period, like those last 7 months, I seriously question what am I doing and why am I dedicating so much time to that thing and putting aside all the other things that I loved before. Like I said, I even got a different job. This different job pays half of what I earned before, but it gives me the freedom to trade as much as I can. But I'm not saving money. It's running pretty tight actually. So yeah, when do you stop? When do you decide that, yeah, I can go back to a normal life, normal income, and just enjoy the simple pleasures of life and stop worrying for years about this? But yeah, I think for me the answer is pretty simple. As long as I'm not dragging myself down mentally, I'm fine continuing. As long as I'm not burning huge sums of money for years, I'm keen on keep going. Because despite all the struggles and all the losing weeks, and despite the fact that I'm maybe not where I wanted to be after 3 years of trading, I genuinely feel that I'm closer than ever to my goals. And maybe that's what progress actually looks like. It's to just keep pushing when things are getting hard. No success, no big wins, no big flashy P&Ls, but just improvement day in and day out. So maybe another year, maybe another two, but for now the journey continues, and welcome if you follow along.